He reported that Anthony Davis met, my understanding is it was for breakfast, with new Pelicans Executive Vice President David Griffin in Los Angeles to discuss his future with the Pelicans, meaning ADs. Davis, by now you are well aware, requested a trade in January. It basically derailed the seasons of two different franchises. But Griffin is now in place. He was hired in April. The two are expected, this is the way the report was phrased, to continue a dialogue in the near future. And I don't know, when I read that yesterday, are expected to continue a dialogue in the near future, my first thought was, do they have a chance to try and talk AD into staying in New Orleans, team with Zion and Drew Holiday, and form their own little super team? Do you see a way he stays there?
I do see a way, and I think Griff is doing it the right way, right? He's just, hey, I want to meet with you. I want to talk with you. I want to show you what we're going to do differently. But also what this does is, even if he is traded, this adds value to Anthony Davis, because now teams are like, hey, well, New Orleans, they might keep him. And so they might keep him through the year. Everyone talks about trade value being its highest right around the draft. But if all of a sudden they can convince him and he kind of softens his stance a little bit to see what he can do with Zion, then all of a sudden, you know, I think there could be some conversations had.
Smart move by Griffin, but this reminds me of like a crazy ex that I had in the past, okay? So crazy ex.
I think you were the crazy
You walk in,
ex.
that could be true too. So I walk in and you're like, you know what? Look, I love you. I think this whole thing is great. We really got to work on this, but, you know, and she's telling me her whole thing about how this is going to be great. We're going to work through it. We're going to work through it. And then I leave the room like, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm playing the game. I'm playing the game, but I'm playing the game with the intention that I'm still leaving. I mean, look, Rich Paul and this whole team have been very adamant about they're still on the same page about what AD wants. And let me pose this to you guys. All right, so say the Golden State Warriors break up a little bit. They still have cap room to sign another free agent.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, Klay Thompson can't get the Supermax. Denver is still coming. They were just 1 year away as far as experience.
Yeah.
Utah is somewhat there. Portland's there. I mean, the Clippers are going to get better if they get Kawhi. So, look.
You're saying get to the East.
I think the East is the move. I know he wants to play with LeBron.
Yes.
But I think getting to the East is the move for.
Yeah, well, look, you're right. They are further away. But if you're talking about pairing up with a superstar for the next 10 years, Zion could be that guy. He could be a high-level player, and that's ultimately what you want. Going to L.A., going to these other markets, there's not a guarantee that you could get a dominant player like that.
I just feel like Zion is a great player, but guys, he's so athletic. I know he's a highlight reel all the time, but there are certain skill sets that he does not have that maybe potentially he can evolve into. But he's not going to be an isolated player that you're going to say, hey, go like KD, go give me 25 and 10. He's going to get his points in transition and rim runs.
Yeah.